Aim for that long.
10 seconds remaining.
And it could be a good turning. And get the hell out of here. Clockwork with the jetpack. Screw you guys, I'm out.
I'm flying home. Right, what do Nigma need here? Because they've got Medusa for Miracle, DP I guess is Wee's hero, and then Clockvenge probably your GH and your Kuro. So an MC last pick.
5 seconds.
There's still tons left. Mars, Slardar, Tidehunter. Plenty of options.
Can you dodge spells with jetpack? Like, there's an arrow, you're like, then you go back down.
That's really clever actually, right? Because Mars ulti, you can still fly over.
Alliances turn
flying over arena. Oh, last pick Slardar again for mind control. He's still like, give me that hero. It's very good.
I mean, they will have to bring down the dragon somehow, and if Clockwork gets the jetpack, like he can fly and kill both of these dragons.
Bring them down from
10
the sky.
seconds remaining.
The Tin Man with a battle plan. Gonna be removing dragons from the game
5
one by one.
seconds remaining.
I'm assuming
this is looking like a really scary lineup. Sorry, Gary. From Nigma, Slardar minus armor, Vengeful Spirit amplifying the damage. So Aura now gives, did we say 32% damage? It's something that the old Vengeful Spirit, I think, Aura was. Like, there's a huge, like you said it, like games ago, Dead Prophet plus a Slardar combination plus Wave of Terror. Just looks really, really good.
Choose your hero.
Oh, the Vac into Jakiro's Ice Bat combination and the Earth Spirit combined with the Darkseer. Not sure how much pressure they can put on Miracle's Medusa.
It's going to be hard.
And this time around, it's Dead Prophet against Viper. Alrighty.
Ooh, going to be a spicy one. Darkseer, Iron Shell radius increase, a little bit boring there. Scepter, Aghanim Scepter. Iron Shell has 2 charges, increases duration by 20, provides 350 HP. But his Aghanim Shard ability is called Normal Punch. Not Walrus Punch or any other kind of punch. Yeah. It is a normal punch on Darkseer. Passive cooldown attack. Your next attack on a hero knocks an illusion out of them and stuns them for up to 2 seconds, knocks them back for 350 distance, deals 250 damage based on how far you've moved in the past 3 seconds.
That's imbalance for 1400 gold. That's
what the hell is this?
Aghanim Scepter.
So
stuns for 2 seconds, knocks them back.
You punch the Deucer.
Creates the illusion.
You punch Deucer. You're doing damage, pushing her back, creating an illusion of her.
Stunning.
Stunning.
Compared to Clockwork's jetpack, where he's just flying, that's it, that's his ability.
There's so much text in that new ability, how can they call it normal punch? That's anything but normal, it's abnormal, it's weird, it's insane. Game 3 though here, also pretty insane. Nigma up against Alliance, lower bracket for the OGA Dota pit here for Europe and CIS. Game best 3, it's all down to the line to see who goes to the lower bracket final to face off against Na'Vi. As we've got ourselves DP for Wii, Mind Control and Slardar, Kuroki Venge, Miracle Medusa, GH Clockwork on that dire side, and Radiant for Alliance, Hansken playing the Earth Spirit once more, S4 Darkseer with a mid-limp Viper like you mentioned, Jakiro for FNG, and Morphling, Nico Baby, the special.
Man, this ability from Darkseer kind of sounds insanely good.
First item shard? Question mark?
Aghanim's Shard. This reminds me of Aghanim's Blessing when it was a neutral item that you could just give it to the... Did it have 1 or 2 charges and then like Luna takes it, creates one big ulti, you win a team fight, change the whole game, take the Roshan. Seems pretty imbalanced.
Pretty fun as well.
Yeah, compared to what you know, others have. This feels really, really good. Like the Tinker one is the one that caught my eye.
Well, this nighttime that we've been talking about before the creep spawn, S4 was standing on top of the cliff top, and he barely managed to see Nigma as they were coming up towards him, and he's actually still going to get stunned up and caught here. Magic Missile into the battery assault, GH with some really beautiful body blocks, and S4 down to the Mystic Snake of Miracle.
They planted the observer ward on the high ground just to get that kill. Also, I've seen some heroes having increased night vision. I can't remember which one, but yeah, we're messing with that as well.
Yeah, when you start brushing up on those numbers, because they changed a bunch of them in like 7.00, where they kind of managed the night vision and kind of balanced things around. Because we used to have Slark, Luna, Batrider all had different day and night vision ranges. Well, that mid lane not looking too good for the DP, but top lane they roll in. Double Iron Shell from Hansken and S4. Miracle being destroyed there, but a good magic missile from Kuro will stop them in their tracks for a second. And then, yeah, peeking back into the mid lane, Viper against DP. It's going to be a rough one for Wii.
And there's going to be a ton of harassment coming out on Wii. You don't slow them anymore with the Spirit Siphon, but the good thing is your base movement speed got increased by 20, if I remember. So if you're not using Siphon, it's much easier to run away from Viper.
You are a little bit speedier there. Down bottom, GH playing forward into FNG as the wave dragged back. Will be there for mind control, so some good damage from the Clockwork. Not really kill threat on FNG, but maybe next time around. And then up at top, Hansken also doing a similar thing, trying to get his level 2 here off of this creep wave. And Kuro there to contest it.
Do you think we're gonna see the Aghanim's shard from Darkseer?
Hell yeah.
It sounds really good.
I genuinely think that's why they picked him.
But you need to have, like, how are you gonna get in? You need to close the gap. And what's the cooldown on it again?
God knows.
14 seconds.
How long does the illusion last?
It
Illusion lasts 5 seconds.
5 seconds, okay.
Right down at the bottom.
Radiant's
Ooh, courier
courier
snipe by
has
Kuro,
been
nicely played. He's going to TP himself all the way back to Fountain though, leaving the Medusa alone there. While Earth Spirit, Hansken, lurking behind that dire tier 1, aiming for the roll. And we got to be careful with his positioning here. If he gets clipped by just one poison attack, he's going to get rolled upon. Well timed, Hansken in onto the Death Prophet, and a pretty simple takedown as Limp will grab it, and GH's rotation. It's decently timed, but I just don't believe there was anything he could actually do.
Yeah, GH, I would say late, because it's much easier for Earth Spirit to just initiate. Even if GH is there, Dead Prophet still dies. Maybe they get a return kill on the Earth Spirit who is under the tower. How's Slaughter doing on the bottom?
Alright.
Alrighty, nothing too special. Morphling, of course, is gonna have a better time.
It does feel, though, that laning stage has to go pretty well for Alliance. And with that Viper, Earth Spirit Jakiro, you're up against Avenge Medusa, who scale into that real heavy timing at like 35 minutes.
Alright, I'm just thinking, did you check the Morph's shard, where it has Adaptive Strike to have +1 multi-shot and removes the 3-second shared cooldown between the two different abilities and prioritizes heroes. So this is something that OG is gonna like if they keep making 2 E-Blades mid lane, break, we dead again.
And GH, no way he can actually keep going. Might die himself, but thankfully has Kuroki to back him up with the missile. And yeah, we knew he was gonna have a real rough time in that mid lane against Limp's Viper. 4-minute rune coming. Roll forward from Hansken to try and secure bottom, but it's a top. Oh, Hansken's going to get a kill, actually. GH saved again by the captain, Kuro. Bails the Clockwork out of danger. But Limp is invis in this mid lane now, and he's going straight towards Kuroki, knowing there's no spells remaining on the bench. Slowing him down, and there it is.
Charges. Yeah, Viper just completely dominating. Will be level 6 pretty shortly, and then, oh man, that Prophet, she's level 4 only. Those Earthspirit rotations kind of making her game hard.
He seems to get a lot of this. I feel like Nigma have to stop banning Earth Spirit, because we just keeps getting it picked against him when he's playing Storm, Shadow Fiend, DP, and there just really is no way to escape. But it does kind of move the focus away from Miracle's Medusa. She's up there, top 2 of the CS, doing very well for herself. And that's the scaling hero that you do want to have a good time farming away.
Perfect location.
Limp's going to refill his bottle with
Oh dear. Lion shell.
Roll forward from Hansken, and GH is here now, and it will be enough to hold Alliance back, trap him in the cogs, and Hansken in trouble. Wave of Terror, the final touch from Kuro. Grabs them a kill, that aggression turned on its head.
What surge?
For those who are tuning in, this is the elimination game, so one of the reasons why teams are not experimenting too much, you know, they might pick the same stuff, don't want to go too hard. They also don't expect the enemy team, you know, to just know the whole patch, what's gonna happen, like what's the imbalance stuff. But yeah, One Punch Man from Darkseer could work out.
DP actually had a pretty big stack for her. So net worth wise, she's caught up a decent amount. Still 1,000 behind the Viper, of course, but nowhere near as bad as it was a few minutes ago. Why do we have so many heroes mid lane, Lacoste? What the heck is happening? Earth Spirit, Viper, DP Venge, Clockwork. I mean, Slardar is also pretty nearby as well.
Good question, Gary. I don't have the answer. Everyone's just farming. I mean, Medusa has a ton of farm. I'm switching to net worth. Yeah, she's on top of the net worth. And going for the old stuff, old patch stuff, where she gets power treads, double raid band, a wand, and has the dragon lines queued up. Will fall back to the jungle. So someone needs to collect the XP top. And here comes Kuro, who's only level 2.
Try and soak some of that up. Tiny little stack stolen away by Limp in that mid lane, while Hansken going to be guarding on that dire triangle high ground. Completely free time for Nico Baby still. Getting himself a good amount of farm, 3k net worth so far with his double Wraith bands all ready and raring to go for a potential play onto mind control. No boots on Slardar. Raindrops brings it very far and wand. He's a tanky old fella, this Slardar, isn't he? Tries to get the crush, but the roll is there, and Hansken keeps it going. Now the crush lands, but Nico Baby dodges with a nice waveform. The final fairy fire, though, dodges the damage and makes sure that Slardar survives.
Very tanky indeed, but look at the Medusa. Like, she just cleared like 5 stacks. And will be level 8, so split shot maxed out, then farming becomes much easier. Chipped west. What is that again? Plus
the baby blade mail.
Oh, the baby blade mail. It's a really good item on Medusa because she can tank a lot, and that means more hits on Medusa because of the mana shield.
Yeah.
And it's also HP regen, which makes her life in the jungle very, very good.
Sure does. S4. I'm gonna have to run away here from both of the supports of Nigma. Down goes your Earth Spirit. There's a tip. Statement of intent. Gank me again, I bloody dare you.
That was a lot of damage on the Earth Spirit. Do we see any new items? Like, everyone's just going for pretty standard stuff. Limp. Oh man, Limp is level 9, 8 minutes in. He found something. Possessed Mask. What is that?
+7 primary attribute heals the attacker passive lifesteal for 7% of attack damage dealt. Oh, top lane, S4 again. Support duo from Nigma straight on this Darkseer every step of the way, but he finally breaks free of that Clockwork cage.
Dire's structures are
Possessed Mask. That's a really good item on Morph this game. Like, he gets more edgy, he gets some lifesteal, he already has a Morbid Mask. I mean, if you find that item, you don't necessarily need to get the Morbid Mask.
Yeah, don't have to waste the money on it. Again into this mid lane though. It looks like GH Clockwork just bodyguarding, playing that front line to make sure that Miracle and we don't have a rough time and they can keep the Medusa farming freely in the jungle. There's Limp's Viper. Rod of Atos, is that completely done now?
It's done, yeah. Courier is flying, so it's gonna be much easier to set things up, especially the roll from the Earth Spirit.
See if they manage to actually go and make a play with it. Because S4 Darks here spots out the clockwork around the bounty ring lines. And there's GH trapped inside. Another toxin with all the damage. And a dominating streak for Olympus Viper now. But it feels like it's all delay tactics. This is Nigma through and through, making sure that Miracle is the be-all and end-all, that super cataclysmic late-game carry on this Medusa.
Yeah, we've seen this kind of a same style that Nigma played against Viking a couple of days ago, where they were losing the laning stage pretty hard, and Miracle's Medusa really delivered. Clockwork only level 5.
He'll drop the wall on them. S4 and FNG trying to battle into Kuroki, and Iron Shell doing a decent amount of damage, but FNG's got to get more spells out as they run of Atos, trap up the clock, the TP from Wii comes through, and Kuroki does die to the damage over time, GH barely surviving, and Wii with the Exo wants to turn onto that 4, but GH is sprinting away now as the Thunder Strike hits into the DP, turns with the Spirit Siphon again, but a TP home, Limb trying to retreat successfully. Gets himself out of there as Alliance all fall back to Fountain.
One thing that did not get nerfed in this patch is just TP out ability if they don't have stuns. So looking really good, I would say, for Nigma, even though the game is pretty even at the moment. Like Medusa's farming really good. The kickback, oh, didn't get it.
Dire's bottom
good shot,
tower
though.
has fallen.
GH, he was level 5, so close to level 6 in that top gank. Like maybe if he had hookshot there, they could catch one of the TPing targets out. But he does have hookshot now. Big old orange line drawn by FNG saying, go triangle. Find Medusa. Stop Miracle from farming. They don't have any earn charges, though.
One thing that Vengeful Spirit does not have anymore are charges on the swap. So there's only one swap available, and you don't get the illusion once you die, so that's kind of a bummer. But you have the base damage bonus instead of the range and the attributes.
And you got a fluffy hat. What's Kuroki going to buy with this, actually?
Possessed Blade? I don't know. Falcon Blade? Whoa.
Falcon Blade? Doesn't look particularly good on a Venge Pos 5, though.
Holy Locket seems interesting. Because you get charges right every 15 seconds.
Just passively?
Yeah, passively, so you will always have that. Yeah, Holy Locket finally sounds like a good item, and it amplifies the shield by 5%. That's pretty
They've
good.
got Miracle up, but the Stone Gaze, in comes the Morphling though, cancels the TP, and Miracle, he's being shredded. Finally found as he pops the wand and does tumble down. Alliance, they brought pretty much everybody into the triangle. That FNG line drawn, the movement in,
Dire's
followed
top
to
tower
a T.
is under attack.
So, Venge queues up. I mean, it's a position 5 Venge, but might get it eventually. Scepter upgrade, where she gets 100% damage and can cast all of her spells. Oh, and the XP earned by the illusion is given. That's insane.
Huh.
That's so good.
When you're dead, you're actually alive. Kuroki tries to get away from the roll, but it's well placed by Hanskin. Straight onto the Vengeful Spirit, a hook shot. Fake punch misses. GH shouldn't have hesitated. Ice Path comes out, and Hanskin is still going to get taken down by Wii. A 1-for-1 trade. Nigma probably going to be reasonably happy with how that all went out.
This new Aghanims on Venge sounds great. Like we might see some core Venge where you actually get to play the game even after you die, and if you win a team fight you get the old XP back.
Dire's
nice.
top tower
Seems
is
pretty
under
good.
attack.
S4.
It seems underrated. I can't believe no one bought it in this patch. I really need to see more of that.
0% pick rate. It's a tragedy. S4, come on. Yes, you got bottle, soul ring, mech. That's all cool. We want the Aghanim guard. Mid lane, GH. Oh man, look at all that. Nether toxin, the fire. All on top of his head melts into pieces.
That's man. Veil already done by Jakiro, and Viper reducing your magical resistance, keeping you with the Rod of Athos inside, plus Earth Spirit. That's quite a lot of magical damage. How's Mind Control doing? Getting very close to his Blink Dagger?
Exo Silence, they caught them all playing pre-attribute shift. Hunt's gonna try to do something, and after this all, but that toxin drop goes to Kuro over the rail, back in. Great from S4. GX is there with a hookshot forward. Left is trapped and stuck inside, and Ultra Kill comes through from Wii. Giving the rampage, baby. Hans gets dropping, and down he goes. Nigma strike back with a gorgeous initiation from Wii's DP.
5 out from FNG.
Double rampage, give it to him, kill on FNG. The tips come out. Oh, Wii doesn't want to commit so far.
Not sure what the plan was. Maybe the hotkeys were messed up after the patch. First official rampage of the new patch belongs to Wii.
A well-deserved one as well. GH toying with FNG. Raindrops get popped out. And Earth Spirit's also making his move over here. Bounty rune stolen, the roll not quite on the mark. Still has the kick and another roll forward to take GH down.
Mechanically.
I mean, we can talk about the new items, how good they are, but BKB is always going to be a BKB. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but...
It's going to make you shiny and a golden god.
Yeah, there was no changes to Black King bar. Nope. Not that I can find.
Think back to the days where you could sell it, buy a new 10-second one. The days where you then couldn't sell it and you had to keep it in your inventory for a while. It's had a few changes through its history, but now it seems pretty stuck in its ways. Slaughter.
Dire's top
Catapult wave
tower
bottom.
is under attack.
Blink Dagger ready.
Dire's
Clipping up
structures are fortified.
the Dire side to defend their top tower
Radiant's
and push the bottom one at the same
tower is
time.
under attack. Dire's top
And
tower
Miracle's
is under
Medusa
attack.
closing in on that 9,000 net worth. Manta style. Very nearly done, and then Scardy's queued up straight afterwards.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's
There's not going to be a
bottom tower
defense.
is under
Multi
attack.
one tower on bottom. Dead Prophet with that rampage. Closer to BKB, has a Yule Scepter power treads.
Radiant structures
Extremely
are
farmed at the
fortified.
moment, and Medusa just keeps farming the jungle. Pretty standard stuff,
Radiant's
you know,
bottom
Dragonlance,
tower is under attack.
Manta style, into
Dire's
Scotty,
top
makes a lot of
tower is
sense
under
against
attack.
the Morphling, against 3 range heroes to slow them down.
Radiant's
Let me
bottom
just check if
tower
anything
has fallen.
changed for Scotty. I have Scotty health reduced by 25 and mana reduced by 50. Yeah, nothing too significant.
S4's making me sad.
Boom! There it goes.
No. Aghanim Shard?
Shard. He's got
Okay.
Vlad's queued up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, I guess he's going to go the standard. Darkseer, spam out these auras, make his team tanky, and build things up around the Morphling, who is that real key
Dire
position 1
are
hero
scared.
here for Nico Baby.
The next level,
Coming in.
Smoke from Nigma.
Misclicked, sorry.
Kuro clip FNG. That's a first.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Hook shot. Beautiful line there. Angled in onto the limb. Trapped in the corner. Miracle comes. It's done game, but the wall dropped. Just green teams press forward. Do they have the sustain? Through the Viper. And now FNG with Macro Fire burning through. But FNG and S4, they're both falling down. And we with Miracle taking them all out.
They can go inside
4 heroes
Rockspit
gone.
right away.
There's
Like,
Christmas
there's,
presents here.
1/3 of Exorcism running with the Corrosive Haze should be enough to bring it down, plus Wave of Terror. Let's check Medusa, how much damage she gets. Oh man, click on Vengeance Aura.
Providing
it's not
plus?
updated.
Roshan
Providing
has
plus,
fallen
and
to the
plus
down.
primary attribute and plus attack range. That's false.
Fake news. Absolutely not true. Well, tooltips are always the last thing to get updated. They'll be fixed eventually.
Sisters 3 once more.
Meanwhile, in Nico Babyland, farming that bottom lane as the rest of his team all got dissolved by Nigma in that very, very fast, aggressive run into the Roche pit. Not going for that E-blade build, going for much more of the right-click, stand and fight you build. I guess that's more apt up against the Medusa as Hanskin rolls in to the midst of them all. Big shot comes with a blink rush cancelled by Sards as DP is actually morphling in disguise. Nika maybe waveforms away while Hanskin yuled up at the last second. So we, godlike on the Death Prophet.
Godlike!
They're still not done. Kuro chasing, trying to get a
Dire's
swap.
top tower is under attack.
Good silence again from Nico Baby though. Doesn't have that DP mode again, while S4 has also TP'd down here. Alliance may be considering a fight, but Limp doesn't want any part of it. And they jump with mind control onto Nico Baby. Attribute shifters going, so the tanky Morphling will waveform off to the west. Still giving chase with a swap into Silence, stunning him up, and Morphling with no waveform, only one charge. It's forcing a Stone Gaze, but down he goes. S4 is being shredded now by Wee's DP and Nigma on a roll. Storming towards victory in this series is Alliance. Just don't have a response.
That profit against Morphling is insane. The Spirit Siphon, max HP as damage, especially when he starts turning everything into strength, just completely destroys him.
He thinks that Clockwork is a free kill, and sure, GH dies. Lotus of that and Limp, but mind control, the All Sector will set up for another crush, and in we go, Limp down, Nigma striking once more.
Yeah, this feels like the same as game number 1, where
Radiant's
Alliance
bottom
looked
tower
really good
is
in the
under
laning
attack.
stage, like Limp was dominating on the Underlord in the previous one, now in Viper, but
Radiant's
they just,
top tower
you
is
know,
under
cannot match the team fight that Nigma has. Baby's in, he need to be out.
They are just steamrolling over these Alliance heroes. That's just an Imp Claw lying on the floor there. Miracle will take out the DD rune and they swap Nico Baby in. Quick waveform back to safety. Sprinting away.
Jackpot!
Here are 2 items. We have Imp Claw that got buffed, cooldown reduced from 8 to 7 seconds, Essence Ring health reduced by 25, Vampire Fangs removed, Clumsy Net removed. We cycle out. Then we have this Blue Whip that slows them down or gives movement speed to the allies plus HP regen and mana regen.
Radiant's top tower
That's
is
kind
under
of,
attack.
you know,
Enemy I've grappled
substitute to Clumsy Net, and we have Quicksilver Amulet, which is,
What is
I'll
that?
wait with that. Let's see. Earth Spirit rolling in.
Now trying to catch. Hanskin's gonna walk out though. Getting a lot of Atos onto the Medusa is one thing, killing her off and complete other as she stone gazes, stands her ground, has the backup of
Radiant
We here.
structures are
Alliance
fortified.
very afraid of this Medusa with Aegis, and we are charging behind that tier 1 tower with Kuroki arriving, giving vision with a wave of terror. Medusa still going, magnetized up and back in, but mind control's there with a blink crush. Hanskin
Radiant's
dropping
top
low.
tower has fallen.
Kuroki trying to bail away from this now as well, because Alliance have held their ground. One hero is all that Nigma will get right now. Nico Baby turns into Vengeful Spirit, throws a wave, swaps back in and waveforms out. Mind control, perfect initiation, and double kill the Miracle of Nico Baby out of spells. What can he do? Strength, Adaptive Strike, kill off GH in the cogs, but Nigma got what they came for. A decent fight, holding on to Aegis on Miracle and forcing Alliance to group up.
Aegis will be reclaimed in 30 seconds. That's a full Scotty. Medusa has Rapier and Quick Buy. Maybe he doesn't need to go for it, like fully commit. We'll see. You know, might be just a second Roche when he decides to get that Rapier. He can farm it in the next like 3-4 minutes.
Just a couple of minutes for Rapier. No big deal. Roshan gone in 5 seconds. Smoke from Alliance, they know this Aegis timing. Miracle's sitting half HP. Hanskin needs the vision to start the roll. Aegis reclaimed, so
Radiant's
Miracle
bottom
heals
tower
back to
is under
full.
attack.
Alliance gets spotted. Hanskin rolls towards mind control, gets the catch onto him, but Miracle's there with a stone gaze. We will arrive, and that roll in has just put him to death. We is beyond godlike. 12, 2, and 6 after a couple of very early deaths in the laning stage has recovered tremendously.
Yeah, he had a rough one, and now he's second on the net worth list. Can't really match up against Medusa. And tier 2 should fall on the bottom. Like, Alliance is playing very passive
Radiant's
right now.
bottom tower
They don't
is
have
under
the clear
attack.
answer for Medusa. Nico Baby, Manta style, working towards the Scotty.
Radiant's
And
bottom
he gets back up to
tower
top
has
lane to keep the
fallen.
farm going. And push could potentially be coming with that level 3 exorcism on Wii. Pops it, breaches the staircase. Tier 3 tower, the onslaught begins. Spells being thrown out by Alliance. Ice Path, Nether Toxin. S4 also trying to get into position for a good vac wall.
Radiant's bottom tower.
The tier 3's
has
down.
fallen.
Rotovatos roll in from Hanskin. They grab up the Medusa in the vacuum, but they catch Limp in return. Wee with a good burst of damage there, and Limp being destroyed by the ghost, the poltergeist, and slain the Viper. And Nigma don't lose a single soul. Mind control will bomb his all. Nico Baby does get into the back, looking for GH, but you right the Medusa inside the Nether Toxin still, and Nico Baby not going to be able to close the gap there. The magic missile and the swap saving Medusa for now. Nico Baby wants in though. Pushed back by the cogs, they turn and fight them all in, but Hanskin with a buyback, they get the Medusa down at long last. Alliance fighting back, and Nigma not able to break through that base as they would have liked. Nico Baby with a double kill.
Yeah, these two buybacks, they managed to take a real good fight, but at what cost? Roche may respawn in 50 seconds. You can see Clockwork scouting things out in the Roche pit. Let's see what the Medusa has queued up. Alright, still a Rapier. If she picks up, she can go for Rapier, but this fight showed that she can still die, so if she does not have Aegis, I think it's very risky to just go for that Rapier. Also, damage got reduced by 30 on Rapier.
That's a pretty big change. Courier in the pit for GH. Scouting out for the big man to return to his cave. S4 going for Greaves. Still no Aghanim's Blessing,
Dire's
Shard,
top tower
whatever you
is
want to
under
call it.
attack.
And Nico Baby going back for E-Blade now.
Yeah, with the E-Blade, he will have that, you know, ability to just burst someone, possibly Vengeful Spirit. She's still working towards that Aghanim Scepter. 2,000 gold away.
Becomes a waiting game for Roshan, which is up in 40 seconds. Alliance trying to secure a bit of control on that top portion of the map. They can't grab the outpost because tier 2 is still standing up there. And mid lane being shoved in by Nigma. As Alliance smoke everybody but Nico Baby.
Dire are scanning.
Morphling sitting on 2,500 HP. Still shifted, you know, a decent amount into that strength.
Is under attack.
Rotovatos start. Another toxin comes out from Limp. That's a bit irritating for the Medusa, but she's not too bothered by it.
Yeah, because Vengeful Spirit Aura does not provide attack range anymore. She can't hit the tower without being hit by the tower.
Good point. And Telescope now being a tier 4 item means we've got to wait much, much longer for it.
Oh yeah, Medusa holding on to Quicksilver Amulet. Move speed, attack animation speed, and attack
Radiant
projectile
are
speed.
scanning.
Huh.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And you grant
into the pit.
Oh, well, I'll hold on to that tower. They're inside.
They want to make a move. Ice Path misses. Hookshot doesn't though. In they go with the two-man cogs. People been crushed in the light control. They slay S4. No back wall. Darkseer buys back, but they've lost Limp, but he's died back. No return to the fight for him. 3 heroes in quick succession, and straight back in they go.
That was such a big play from Clockwork. He goes in, uses cogs, but does not block any of the teammates. Like, he could have easily blocked the whole ramp. Oh, nice one.
And now they jump again. They get the back roll down, but FNG's burst. Down he goes, 6 feet under. We still taking forward the fresh BKB, and Hanskin slaying while Nico Baby, yes, kills GH. But S4's buyback is going to come to absolutely sod all as a triple kill for Wee puts him at 19, 2, and 8. One hero remains on the map for Alliance. It is Nico Baby's Morphling, and he just has to saunter his way up to top and say, well, I guess I'm gonna farm, guys.
They're not going inside the pit.
They got Aegis already.
Profit. Oh, you're right, Gary. You're
Radiant's
actually
middle
correct.
tower is under
When did
attack.
that happen? I was just watching Nico Baby farm on the top lane.
Dire's
So yeah,
structures are fortified.
Medusa very close
Dire's top
to that
tower is
rapier.
under attack.
Cheese hold
Radiant's middle
held
tower
by that
has
profit.
fallen.
So very hard to burst her down.
I had the same thought, man.
Radiant's
20.
middle tower is
I
under
think when
attack.
S4 was dying, Miracle must have been just in the pit
Dire's
killing
top
Roshan
tower
or
has
something. Because I looked at the pit thinking, hang on, when did that happen?
Radiant's bottom barracks
But Elena
are
Barracks
under
bottom for
attack.
Nigma.
Radiant's
Starting to put
bottom
this game out of
barracks has
contention for Alliance.
fallen. Radiant's
Where
bottom
is that
barracks has
Darkseer
fallen.
normal punch? I'm desperate for it.
Dire's top
I don't
tower
think it's gonna
is
make
under
any
attack.
difference, but definitely would love to see it.
A 5-second duration illusion of Medusa. Probably not going to do anything. And now the net closing in around Alliance. Top tier 2. Not easy to push. Yeah, they're pinging out that top wave. GH needs to clear through a couple of those incoming
Paladin
waves.
Sword. That's a great pickup by Medusa. And also this quick silver amulet grants you bonus movement speed and attack speed anytime one of your abilities are on cooldown. That's pretty sick. I don't know, does it stack?
New treasures.
Like you have 2 abilities on the cooldown, is that 10% move speed and 30 attack speed?
Radiant's
I
top
hope
tower
not.
is under attack.
Because that doesn't sound like a tier 2 item.
I've got no idea, Lacoste. You know what? A very good question, though.
Visibility.
Well, tier 2 on the top lane is being clinked away out by the Medusa. Slowly but surely, it is dropping in HP.
Radiant's top tower is under
Rapier,
attack.
of course, going to work. Through that backdoor regen. Enchanted Quiver. Ooh, Cloak of Flames. +5 armor, 10% magic resist. Passive. Burns enemy units for 45 damage per second
Radiant's
in a
top
400
tower
radius.
has fallen.
Morphling has Immolation. He's got a Flame Guard.
Let me see that. He doesn't have it anymore. Where's that item? Sounds real
Radiant
cool.
structures are fortified.
Probably back in the store.
That item is so cool that Enchanted Quiver is instantly picked up by Morph instead.
He doesn't want new items. He wants the Quiver.
Well, I lied when I said
Radiant's
that
top
Medusa
tower
does not
has
have
fallen.
enough attack range to outrange the tower. Without
She sure
the
does.
Spirit Aura, she does.
Roll in, trying to catch the Medusa with a hook shot again. It's perfect. Pushing them back with a cogs and a second hook shot landing. They've caught them up, and Nico Baby's been bursted down instantly. Dives back as the Morphling tries to return to battle, but they've got this rapier, Aegis, Medusa that's shredding through every single one of Alliance. Medusa is the save up we are, but you're right, there's still a cheese here on Wee's DP. Plops it back to half HP, and Morphling spinning around. I don't know what's going on there, but he's surged up and trying to get back to his tier 4s to clear through the godlike streak of Wee. The racks are still standing.
He expected to heal up more, but had a Scotty
Radiant's
effect on him,
middle
so
tower
did
is
not
under attack.
fully heal from that.
Radiant's
Jeez.
middle tower has fallen.
Still Rapier on Medusa, a bit low on mana, only 500 at the moment, might need to fall back. Let me see the new items. I saw Witchblade, kind of fits the lore for that profit. Attack speed.
Witchblade?
Witchblade, yeah.
Which blade is that?
The Witchblade on that profit.
What does it do, Lacoste?
Projectile speed. It seems like we're gonna be buffing out some projectile speed with the neutral items. That's actually a real item. I'm dumb.
Oh, it's not
Let's use
neutral.
the next attack to apply a poison for 2 seconds, slowing by 25% and dealing 1 time of your intelligence as damage every second.
Interesting. What was it? Blitz Knuckles, Robe of the Magi, Chainmail, and a recipe. I saw another neutral item drop. I can't remember what the hell it was called. What was that? Dire Team. What did you just get? Ceremonial Robe. Plus 350 mana.
Dire are
Sick from
scattered.
Medusa. Lowers enemy storm resistance by 10%. Oh, hello. Roll on in. Huntskin. Initiating. Trying to catch out Miracle. They lose the Aegis. But Miracle Stonegaze is backed into that wall. But S4 falls and a double kill for Miracle. He stands high, tall on this high ground. Nico goes with full sword. He's losing his HP and pushing way in a triple for this producer of Miracle. Well, Nico Baby has to turn tail and run. He's cowering and hiding inside his Ghost Scepter, but he's pushed back by the Cog and stunned with the Magic Missile. Nico Baby's down and Miracle with an Ultra Kill.
With the Rapier, they can just run down the mid lane and try to end this game. There's no buyback on Morphling for almost 2 full minutes.
Radiant's middle
They have more
barracks
than
are
enough
under attack.
damage. GG is called. Yeah, Alliance once again with a very good start. First 10 minutes of the game, then kind of falling off.
Dire victory.
Nigma showing everybody that this patch is theirs. First victory in its best of 3, 2-1 over Alliance. And meeting up against Na'Vi tomorrow in that lower bracket final.
Dark Seer.
Yes, it is. I mean, we didn't change things too much, I would say. We got some new items, some new neutral items, no XP, no gold changes, no map changes, like no changes to Roshan. So it's gonna be interesting, like we have new abilities on the heroes. But we'll have to see, you know, how things are gonna work out. Probably a lot of those are gonna get nerfed first, like we're gonna nerf things out, and then we're gonna buff them, see who's gonna